What's up, guys, and welcome to the Toji Experience. So, I'm finally giving you guys an update on my health and my TRT and peptide journey. So let's just get into it. It's like I'm on my fourth week of TRT, and also it's like the fourth week, 4, 5, 6 weeks of me on eating a better diet because of the methylation genetic testing that I did for myself. So I know what foods react better with me. And also I'm taking a lot of peptides. And yeah, so a lot of those three aspects of my life. Yeah, so what the TRT, yeah. So from the gate, first week, right? I felt my mood was much better. Like I wasn't depressed. This impending doom feeling was gone. So, and now it just was like, all right, now I'm motivated to do things again. Like the spark of life has come back to me. Like I just felt like myself. Naturally, I guess I'm an ambitious person. I've always had this entrepreneurial spirit. I guess a lot of people say that, right? Until they actually are successful, right? So I'm not successful yet. I'm trying to be, right? But yeah, just having that entrepreneurial spirit, just doing what I want to do. And I think I've always wanted to help my family out, always wanted to just do a lot of just get shit done, get work done. And just having that low T brain fog and exhaustion and fatigue, I just wasn't able to pull it off with, just not being able to recover, no energy for the gym, just in a bad mood constantly, just this feeling of distraught and depression constantly, right? So first week, that was a big change. First week or two, right? And then now, like the second week, I was getting a lot of getting my energy back, so I was able to work for longer periods of time and just have way more mental resilience. And like week 2 and 3, parts of myself was getting like my mood was just way more stabilized, just able to have, calm and collected conversations easier. But another big factor that I realized is like if something bothered me, I'll call it out right away. And before I would be have a lot of anxiety or have, just the feeling of like, oh, I feel bad, like I don't want to, have conflict. And now I'm just kind of like head first into conflict, or I'm not afraid to have uncomfortable conversations. So let's just put it like that, right? So I'm not afraid to have uncomfortable conversations. So that's been good. And at the same time, towards like the end of like week 3 or so, also I'm not afraid to have uncomfortable conversations, but I'm also having like harder time tolerating bullshit, like stuff that's just like that's people that have common sense, or they're acting like a little bitch sometimes or something like that, or just something that just doesn't make sense. These things will bother me more. It's just like something that's very not logical and emotional. Those things will just pop out to me more and just be like, huh? And so and like I want to be afraid to call people out on this stuff. So yeah, and just being able to just be physically better, like physically more athletic. I'm able to actually, so for me, I do a lot of calisthenics or I break dance. I take walks right now. I really want to get my cardio out. I really want to get my wind up, as they say, and be able to, do long runs, sprints. I really want to be able to do that. And yeah, those things are huge things that I really want to work on, but it's kind of getting there. I can finally feel like I'm recovering. I finally feel like I'm getting some decent sleep. And we'll get into the sleep in a bit. I also got my CPAP machine, and we'll get into that in a second. But just in general, like just better overall, just able to lift a 20-pound dumbbell, right? So before, of course, I was strong enough to lift a 20-pound dumbbell and do reps on it with the dumbbells and stuff, but it would just hurt. It would be like I feel like my arms are already inflamed when I was doing them, right? And so when I was doing the dumbbells, and I will be able to, maybe I'll pump out 5, 8, maximum 10, but oh boy, would I feel it. I will feel it and I'll feel it for several days. And it, when I was doing them, I wouldn't be able to, or I had no desire, and it just felt so painful, it felt so inflamed for me to do another 10 more reps. But now I can do, 15, 20 reps, no problem. And I want to do more of them, right? So it felt really good to do it. And my recovery was way faster and felt good to do hard things. And that's the biggest thing, right? Like it feels good to do hard things, it feels good to have effort and see productivity. And a lot of major things are happening right now. It's just week 4. I am part of this program, right? I'm part of the real world. I'm just gonna. I don't fucking care at this point. I'm part of the real world. Andrew Tate's course, right? And I've been part of his course, this program, for probably over a year and done nothing with it. I've attempted to do it several times. And I just didn't have the focus. My brain fog was just so bad, and just the depression was so bad. All that kind of stuff. I just wasn't able to follow through with it. Now, I mean, although I've only just recently started up again, I'm able to follow through. Like things that the group that I'm in right now, you're required to make a checklist every single day, and you have to check them out and be accountable. So during the day you have to post it, during the evening I have to post it, and it's so much easier for me to do that. And I have such great desire to do that. Like I want to do that. So that's been a huge plus for me. And just being able to see what I have to do, and a daily checklist, and also having like a weekly checklist, huge things. So those things are, I can like be able to do that, be able to have a checklist and check things off, and be able to actually see the accomplishments that I've been doing. So that's fucking awesome, because it took me so long to gain this cognitive thing that I need to do. So, and that was huge for me, because I was telling myself, okay, if I don't get my physical health back, I at least need to have my cognitive function back so I can get my shit together. And this was the big plus that I really needed. So I'm so grateful for that. So that was huge. Just having the ambition, spark of life again, and also having better mental toughness. That was big for me, because before, if I have baby mama drama or someone in my vicinity would talk shit, or someone left a shitty comment on a video or something like that, it would bother me, and it would bother me a lot. It would bother me too much, right? And I knew it would bother me too much. And so now things kind of bounce off of me better. Of course, it's still unpleasant, but things bounce off of me better, and I'm able to just like, all right, let's just move on. Like even yesterday, baby mama drama, but I was still able to do what I needed to do, still go to dance practice, still get my workout in, still come home and do the tasks that I told myself I was gonna do, like with the real world courses and stuff like that. Things that I sold myself into. Even today was a tough day, like some rejections that I got, and I'm still making this video right now. Still was doing stuff on the computer, sending out messages and stuff. And the amount of productivity and workload, the workload has increased, but also the productivity, like I'm able to be more efficient. And that is, I've been wanting this so badly, and it's all kind of coming together, and I'm just like cranking shit out, and it's not perfect every single day, but the fact that I'm cranking shit out is a fucking beautiful thing. So that's TRT, right? TRT, the methylation, the food diet, that's been helping a lot. I've been able to avoid like certain things, like too many fatty foods, dairy, sweets and stuff. I'm also taking, Retta, peptide Retta. So it's like way easier for me to not have any sugar, like zero sugar cravings. And this was bad for me, because sugar cravings, like I had the craziest sweet tooth, right? But the methylation test showed me like I have like a huge adversity to fructose. Like high fructose corn syrup, all that kind of shit. Like it was just way worse for me. And so for me to cut that out, I almost, for the last 30 days, I've only had like one sweet treat, right? And I'll get into why that happened that one time, but the last 30 days, like, yeah, only one time, and that was like a fluke, right? So it's incredible, right? So the diet is way more important. I'm not tracking macros, unfortunately, but I am tracking like certain food groups that I'm avoiding completely, which has have been the biggest thing that's been bothering me. Like some days, in the past, my macros would be good, but then I would just crash and just I'll hit the macros, but also just go way beyond the macros, right? So there's been many cases like that. So that's it for the methylation and TRT. And the peptides. The peptides have been fantastic. Like I said, I'm taking the retatrutide. And I have been seeing results with that. But the thing is, so I'll just get into this too, right? I have sleep apnea, right? I was diagnosed with sleep apnea, and I finally got my CPAP machine. And I've only been using it for this last week, right? And the first few days were really rough. It really affected my body a lot. Like I was like, what's going on? I thought this shit was supposed to make me feel better, and I thought I was supposed to get the best sleep of my life. Not the case. Definitely not the case. There is a huge, not a huge, but there's an adjustment period, and it varies depending on the person. So hopefully this shit will, you know, all lock in and all make sense like within a month, right? But some cases, few months for certain people. I hope that's not the case for me. But it has been like years of me dealing with sleep apnea. So who knows? Who fucking knows, right? But anyway, yeah. So the first few days, I'm getting really crappy sleep. I know I'm getting better sleep than most days, but it's also like kind of crappy at the same time. I know I was waking up several times a night. Subconsciously, I'll take the CPAP off my face. Just various things. Just having insomnia. Still having like these panic moments, like this, like jerking awake stuff. Like, and I remember like jerking awake and stuff like that. And I will have these moments even with the CPAP and such, and I felt like I'm like exhausted. So because what's happening is, since you're actually getting a good amount of oxygen in while you're sleeping, your hormones are resetting, your nervous system is resetting, and at the same time taking TRT. So around the third, fourth week, things are all just kind of happening at the same time. So it's just like a shitstorm happening. So with all of that happening, it's been kind of strange. Like I feel like my mind is sharper, plus having Cmax and C-Link, that definitely helps for sure. And the TRT, right? The TRT is like pretty much got my brain fog to disappear like overnight. Fantastic, right? But like the CMAC and C-Link is just making me like just super sharp and super mentally tough and like no anxiety. Like I'm just like on it. Like I feel like I took it not too long ago, right? I just feel on it and I feel great. So with that in mind, what was I saying? Yeah, I just feel a little bit sharper, but at the same time, at the first few days, I felt really achy, like when you have a cold, like you have muscle aches. I felt like I had muscle aches. I've had my inflammation actually has gone down today, but the first few days I was getting bloated again. Inflammation was back. Like I'll wake up with stiffness, like stiff calves, stiff Achilles tendons, and you walk and you're like, oh, I'm so fucking stiff, And I was just like, and it happened to be like that week was a tough week. The beginning of this week was a tough week because a lot of physical labor, and I was getting a little bit of acne, just a little bit more emotional, like a little bit more short. And I was just like, dang, like stress is no joke. Like the stress affects the hormones, CPAP machine, TRT timing, and the utilization. Whew, it was just like a shitstorm eventually. So, but during this time, still I'm taking my peptides, right? I'm taking the BPC 157 TB 500 to heal myself. So, and it felt strange, even though I was taking all of this stuff, felt like it just wasn't working. But essentially, what it is just my body just kind of going haywire. It's like, what's happening? It's just everything's kind of reset. And maybe I finally kind of just calmed down today. I'm not sure. So, BPC 157, fantastic, great for healing. Actually, good for sleep too. Helps with the human growth hormones, so everything's healing up faster. TB500, same thing with the ligaments, tendons. Fantastic. I'm taking glutathione. This is not a peptide, but it's glutathione, which is really boosting my immune system. I think that I could have possibly gotten sick from the CPAP stuff, but I've been injecting, so 250 milligrams, right, of glutathione daily. So I know for a fact my immune system is strong, and I'm just detoxing all kinds of shit out of my body. So like, I think that's why I've been recovering kind of faster. Like the bloating and such is kind of going way faster. Maybe it could have been longer, but since I'm doing glutathione every single day, it's been awesome. And I'm waiting for NAD plus. So with that combination, I'm just about to be a fucking on a whole other shit. So I'm excited for that. I won't be getting that till like probably Monday. A few more days. But anyway, yeah, glutathione. Okay, let's say I took that. So C-max and C-lang with the cognitive and focus, yo. I'm trying to fucking become rich. Like, I know everybody's trying to become rich, but I'm trying to become rich. Like, goals in mind, people to take care of. It's, time is running out, man. Time is running out. I just, like the way I see the world going, and maybe it's just a doom and gloom mindset. Just, yeah, if you're not fucking wealthy within the next 5 years, you're going to be more of a slave than you are now. I don't know what to tell you. Like, shit's going crazy. The taxes are crazy. Like, you have to have so much wealth and power. Like, you have to be buddy friends with the people that are in charge. Like, that's how much pull you have to have. So, and that requires money, power, status, network, net worth, all of that stuff. So I am having that in mind, and I want my family set. I want my family set for generations to come. Like, that's the fucking shit I'm on right now. But anyway, that's it for that. Other peptides that I'm taking. You know what? My peptides are actually all in here. I just have to take a look at it. Oh yeah. So, and I can't all see it. It's my backwater, glutathione. So I've been taking also DSIP, Delta Sleep Inducing Peptide, which is helping with the sleep. I've noticed I've taken this not consistently, but sparingly with the CPAP, and it does help. Like, it seems like I'm like recovering a bit faster, but I haven't taken it consistently enough to see a significant difference. But I've had taken it before I've had the CPAP, and it does feel like I am more recovered even on little sleep. So I've taken the DSIP on, and I've only had like a few hours of sleep that day, but I still felt refreshed enough, equivalent to me getting like a full night's rest. And even though it was equivalent to that, like 4 hours of sleep and 8 hours of sleep, the amount of restfulness I felt was the same. So that's the only thing I can say for that. I'm taking retatrutide, helping with the weight loss, and I explained that already because the bloating and stuff, I don't know. Food noise, all completely gone. Food noise completely gone. Right now, because my hormones are kind of all resetting, I'm getting hunger, like I feel hungry. But before this happened, I had no hunger. I was just eating because I was like, oh, I'm a little tired. I guess it's time for me to eat, or like eating out of habit. It was one of those things. And speaking of like my hormones and nervous system all resetting, right now my body just feels the need of drinking way more water. I need to drink way more water, and I just need to eat more. And that's just where I'm at right now. So I will just listen to my body, even though I'm taking Reta, and it's possible I might stop taking Reta until my body kind of stabilizes. I'm still thinking about it. We'll see. And yeah, I just don't think it's very healthy to have so many different peptides right now when my hormones are all kind of like going all over the place. So it's possible I might put Reddit to sleep for a month and go back on it later. We will see. So that's it for that. I'm on HCG, which is going to help me with keeping my fertility when I'm on TRT. You're supposed to take 1,000 IUs a week. I'm doing like 750, and I'm just trying to see. I'm still getting the benefits of 750 IUs, which is like the fullness in your testicles, more sperm production, and so I'm assuming my fertility is still set, still okay. But I also, reading different things, different testimonies about it, and saying sometimes it's unnecessary, it might boost your estrogen way too much. Also, it might shut off your pituitary gland too, like things like that. I don't know. So I always was kind of just taking it just to take it. And I've also read like later on, if you do TRT and you take high doses of HCG, you're going to get your fraternity back anyway. So I'm just looking at it as like, it's just keep my, fraternity okay, but it's not a major priority for me. I don't think I'll have more kids, or I won't have more kids right now. Okay. Like until I can support like 10 kids. I really don't really want any more children than I have right now. My hands are full with just one. Yeah. So there's that. Let me see. Oh yeah. So I only took in this for one day. MOS-C, right? MOS-C is great. It's a fat burning peptide. Helps with longevity and anti-aging. It's the same thing that's producing your mitochondria when you're exercising, right? So it's basically telling your body like, don't store energy, burn that shit. So that's where I'm at with the MOS-C. And MOS-C is great. And I felt the effects of it like immediately, more energy, and I felt super cold. It felt like I was burning my brown fat. If you ever had like a cold bath, cold shower, you just feel your body burning, like it's freezing, is because your body's like burning the brown fat. That's exactly what it felt like. Because I was like, I felt the coldness to to the bottom of my toes, like the bones of my toes, and that's like not comfortable, right? So that's how, and I was just like in 7-degree heated rooms, and I was like, fuck, I'm freezing. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, just energy. And I just felt that one day I took it, felt really lean. There's different protocols for MOTS-C. You could be injecting, don't quote me on this, like maybe 10 units of it daily, like every other day, or you can do like 1 milligram a week, but you split that up in two. It's the same thing as like retatrutide. That's what I'm doing with retatrutide. I'll be like injecting 1 milligram on Tuesday, another milligram on Wednesday. So you could do different protocols for MOTS-C. And so I don't know right now, because of how my hormones are, it might just be all overkill and unnecessary and even detrimental, because of the hormone resetting. So I am probably going to pause that for now. And today I did GHKCU. That was the first time I did it today, helping with my skin and longevity, healing, hair. I have a lot of white hair. I've read some testimonies that it could help make your hair black again, or help you grow hair. But the main thing is for cosmetics, to make your skin look fucking tight and great. And I think today I took it. I don't know. I feel good. I look like my inflammation has gone down. Just overall feeling great. But yeah, I think that's it. Is there anything else? No, that's all I can see. Yeah. And glutathione, that's it. So like with the peptides, like why am I doing so much and why am I doing TRT and peptides at the same time? TRT is just to get optimize my hormones. Peptides are just for everything else. Mainly I really just only wanted to do Retta because my fatty liver, my high blood pressure, the blood sugar is really high in my body. I also have I'm genetically more genetically I have a harder time utilizing triglycerides. So super beneficial for me, right? So that was my main concern. But I wanted to have the cognitive stuff, so C-Max and C-Lang, and I also wanted to heal because I always felt so fucking shitty, like felt always sore and felt like I never recovered because of my lack of sleep and my low T, all of that stuff. So I'm just taking it all in to enhance other parts of my life. And it's super fantastic. So that's why I'm doing that. But because of my CPAP thing that I'm going through right now, I might hold back on a few of them, and I've also like cut back on the BPC 157 and TB 500, and I might just use that acutely just when I have like injuries or something. So that being said, if you guys want to get more information or join a community that will help you get those peptides, just join my Discord. I'll put a link down below and I can see you guys there. It'll show you all descriptions of all kinds of peptides, what it does. And it'll show you the pricing of that and pricing of other things that you need to enhance your hormones as well and your longevity and your health. And it'll also show you how to order that stuff. And it's all through me. And yeah, that's it. But thanks guys for tuning in. That's pretty much my health update. Yeah, with the TRT, CPAP, peptides, genetic testing. So that's where I'm at. And just overall, man, like I feel way better. My life is getting better. I have more energy. I can do things that I've wanted to do for so long, and I finally feel like I have gas in the tank. That's what it is, and finally becoming the man that I always wanted to be. Like this shit will change your life. Hormone therapy, the peptides, all of this stuff. Like, man, I can't recommend it enough. It's like this is the best science, the best technology that I think the medical field has to offer right now. And of course, this is not medical advice. And this is all for research purposes only. And all of these peptides are just used on my lab rats. See you guys next time. Peace.